Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Satchidananda Rupaya Vishwotpatyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. When we are looking at the 39th verse, Esha te bihita sankhye buddhir yoge tvimam shunu buddhya yukto yaya partha karma bandha prahasyasi. See, what is karma yoga? Karma yoga is where action is, and karma yoga must be done with anushthan. And how it should be done? The methodology is with asangata. Karma yoga must be done with detachment. You can't be attached. I am doing my duties and get worried about it. No, you do it with detachment. And second is your attitude behind the karma should be pure. And who are you behind? What is your attitude? That Ishvara Arpanamastu. Whatever karma you are doing, Ishvara Arpanamastu. This is karma yoga. Arjun, your Lord is telling Buddhir yoga tvimam shunu. I am going to teach you Buddhi yoga. What is Buddhi yoga? Samadhi yoga. Samadhi yoga. What is that Buddhi yoga? It says Buddhi yukto yaya partha karma bandha prahasyasi. By practicing this, he is not told what Buddhi yoga is. He is saying if you practice this Buddhi yoga, then the karma will be dissolved completely, it will be annihilated completely. And what do you mean by dissolved and annihilated? That you will not be available for the karma. Now, when you are not available to the karma, what happens to karma?
No karma phala.
No karma phala, okay. But what happens to karma? Does karma stop?
It still continues to happen. Kriya continues.
What she said. Kriya continues, but karma, because the doer is not there, therefore that karma gets converted into kriya, and that is not binding. Understand? And this is what he is telling here, that if you practice this, it will. If you practice these two, practice the nisangata towards the karma, or while doing the karma, and the attitude behind the karma is Ishvara Arpanamastu, that it is all for Ishvara Aradhana, not because I want to gain something, I want to achieve something, I have the ambition, not because of guilt, not because of expectation, only as because it is meant to be. And activity will keep coming to you every moment. You can't stop it. And in this way, here it says, as long as when we are sitting by ourselves, we are talking from Buddhi Yoga point of view now, as long as we are sitting by ourselves and in our mind a question comes, what do I do now? What is the next job? That means we are still under the influence of Karma Yoga. You have to go beyond this. And then we are stuck in doing the right thing. When what should I do now is doing the right thing. Then you are I have to do the right thing. I have to do my duties. If I don't do that, then papam, all that direction the mind goes, and that becomes karma bandha. When you are thinking in this angle towards the activity, then it leads to bondage, and we have to go beyond that. We have to take everything that is happening in our life as the prasad of the Ishvara. We talked about it last week, isn't it? Ishvara prasad, and it is that way. There is no other way. That is the way, and that is what is happening. All we have to do is recognize that every breath that is coming is His prasad. Every thought that is coming is His prasad. At night we go to bed, we go to sleep, it is His prasad. We wake up in the morning, it is His prasad. Our health, ill health is there, it's all His prasad. Ill health to teach us something, good health to go and use this equipment for some better purpose or do the sadhana. And in this way, this prasad buddhi is very important. And did we do the 40th verse? No. We did? Okay, we'll just recap it. Neha bhikrama nashosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. So this karma yoga, just like when we begin farming concludes. When you are sowing seeds, sowing concludes. When you are cutting the grain, the cutting concludes. Everything is concluding. Karma yoga also concludes. It is not permanent. It is not an infinite thing. It has its conclusion. Therefore, but karma yoga has to be practiced for what? Neha bhikrama nashosti. Mana nasho. Mana nasha means what? Purification of the mind. Where is mind going? In likes and dislikes. Sukha dukkha. Past and future. Isn't it? So karma is to be done. This we have repeated many times, but we have to practice it in our life. That karma has to be done only for the purpose of purification of our mind. And how do you purify the mind? By the above two methods. What were they? Do the karma. As long as you feel you are doing something, do it with asangata. And secondly, the attitude behind is Ishvara Arpanamastu. And everything that you are getting as a result of whatever actions you have done, take it as Ishwar Prasad. This is the way to purify the mind. So when we do this karma yoga in this manner with asangata and Ishvara buddhi, then it will not lead to any confusion, because everything is happening towards you are not taking the ownership of the karma in the first place. And second, whatever little bit residue is left where the ownership is there unknowingly, that is being offered to the Lord. And Lord has got no doubts. Lord is suspicion free, doubt free. So such a person's mind becomes a doubt free. So karma yoga becomes leads to a doubtful conclusion. In other words, when we say, on one hand we are saying that it leads to no doubts, but on the other hand, when our attention is on the result, do we know what result we are going to get? If there is a owner, if there is a doer of karma, if we are using the word karma yoga, we have not become witness of the karma yet. And if we are doing do we know what the result is going to be? Is it going to be good result or bad result? So if you look at it the flip way, it is doubtful. When it is offered to the Lord in a long run, it will become when the mind is purified, it becomes doubt free. But when you are taking the charge of the karma, then the result is always doubtful, because you never know. Majority people lose all their energy in thinking about the result rather than doing the karma. Isn't it? And in this way, when we practice karma yoga, also that there is here what was said in the verse, neha bhikrama nashosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. When we do karma yoga, where the doership is there, then there is great fear, bhayat, mahato bhayat. There is great fear. Great fear of what? Of, have I missed some top step in the puja? Did I chant the mantra wrongly? I should not have spoken to that person in that manner, because karma is done at manasa vacha kaya. As you become refined, then the thoughts in your mind come to persecute you, because sometimes you are thinking about outside the smile, but inside resentment. And that eats you from inside, fear. And many people, because of that, they can't even sleep. So here, and this is the great fear that is born, that itself is sansar. And thus, because of this fear, the person who is doing karma yoga, he goes from birth to that, birth to that, birth to that. He's got no freedom. He cannot escape that cycle of birth and death. And what is birth? Birth, here it says that birth is identification with new form. And when he comes into the new form, because of the old impressions, again he will get identified with the body. Again he will keep performing. Again he will make the same mistakes if he is not learning. And the life continues. And in this way, we keep functioning. The result of karma yoga is we will function in this world without the result should be, look at your life, what is happening. Is your life, are you all doing karma? I'm asking. Huh?
No.
Are you doing karma? Karma yoga?
No, Swamiji. It's happening.
Good. If it is happening, it is good. But if we are thinking that I have to take my duty, I have to, many people, I'm buying this property for my children. He is satisfying his desire. नाम दे दिया बच्चों का. And you ask the children, many families are there, even in Melbourne. Children say, I don't want one pie from you, Dad. And Dad is collecting property for his children. अंदर खुजली है. Karma yoga, if we are practicing, it must lead to that when we are performing karma yoga, we are not getting influenced by the actions that we are performing, because our mind is at the feet of the Lord. Our mind is detached or disinterested in the activity that is taking place. It is witnessing. That is detachment. This will be much more details will be told later on. But this is the beginning. And in this way, and if we don't do this, if we are influenced by our karmas, which will lead to likes and dislikes, then we will react to everything and everyone that is coming by our way. See? So, here he said, where are we, that verse? Nehabhikrama nashosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. So, karma yoga is a way to act and not react in life. And we all react. Especially at home, we all react. Outside, we are all wise. All the triggers are, they know which buttons to press at home. Huh? And then here, then how to do karma? Take any karma. For today, in the afternoon, I looked outside, I went out in the garden. It was getting cool just before I came here. And I saw the weeds growing everywhere. And I said, yaar, kitne sare weeds ho gaye. And I'm afraid that I will not get hay fever. But फिर भी, it didn't matter. मैं कहा निकालना है, चलो निकालते हैं. और मजे में अपना जप चल रहा है, japa is going on, and one by one the weeds are coming out. So whatever karma you do, this is one. We go in the morning for walks nowadays. But every morning, she's walking about 100 steps ahead, I am behind, and jap chal raha hai apna. There is a spring in the step, अपना चले जा रहे हैं आनंद में. कुछ भी, whatever you do it with joy. That is the basic requirement to do karma yoga. Whether you are speaking, speak with joy. Thinking, think with joy. Bodily acting, do it with joy. And how will joy come? एक तो है कि भाई कुछ ना कुछ लेना ना कुछ देना. But second is ईश्वरार्पणमस्तु. That यार वही तो करवा रहा है. He is only functioning through me. He is only getting it done. He is only going to whatever purpose he is getting it done. Let it be done. Let thy be done, not mine. With that attitude, एकदम freedom आ जाता है. And in this way, the one who does karma yoga, he is ever inspired and never frustrated, and therefore, and if he does the karma yoga properly, he will be free from fear. That is the understanding, and that is the Sankhya Buddhi. And for the in Sankhya Buddhi, in the Sankhya Yoga or Sankhya Buddhi, the upaya, the means is karma yoga. Sankhya means proper placement of everything in our life. And how to go, whatever you have placed, what is the body, what are the 5 sheets, what are the 3 bodies, how to go beyond them, everything is told. How to go beyond them? Karma yoga. Because all these are just projections of our mind only in the end. Continuing in the 41st verse. Where are we? व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः एकेह कुरु नन्दना बहुशाखाह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनां together व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः एकेह कुरु नन्दना बहुशाखाह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्. He says in the 41st verse, Jnaneshwari Maharaj says, in this, O joy of Kurus, there is resolute insight, but the thoughts of the irresolute are many branched and endless. What does it mean? Let's read the Bhashya and we take it from there. जैसी दीप कणिका धाकुटी परी बहुते जाते प्रकटी तैसी सद्बुद्धि है थे कुटी मनो नये पार्था बहुती परी हे अपेक्षिजे विचार शूरी जे दुर्लभ चराचरी सद्वासना हानिका सारिखा बहुवसु जैसा न जोडे परिसु का अमृताचा लेशु दैव गुणे तैसी दुर्लभजे सद्बुद्धी जिये परमात्माची अवधी जैसा गंगेसी उदधी निरंतर तैसे ईश्वरा वाचुनी काही जिये आणि कलाणी नाही ते एकची बुद्धी पाही अर्जुना जगी ये रते दुर्मती जे बहुधा असे विकरती तेथ निरंतर रमती अविवेकिये म्हणूनी तया पार्थ स्वर्ग संसार नरकावस्था आत्मसुख सर्वथा दृष्ट नाही. He says, even as a small flame of a lamp gives abundant light, one should not underrate right-mindedness even though meager. That means, in spite of all challenges, in spite of our mind taking us in wrong avenues, we must continue to practice the righteousness or the right-mindedness. That is why though meager. The wise, O Partha, aspire for it very much, but this right-mindedness is difficult to attain by everyone. It is hard, no doubt, because so many years, so many lifetimes of practice of telling lies. Just because we are wearing these clothes doesn't mean we don't lie. We also lie, isn't it? But we have to keep working at it. Here he is saying that it is very, very difficult, but this right-mindedness is difficult to attain by everyone. Even as the philosopher's stone is not easy to obtain like ordinary stones, or a drop of nectar becomes available only by a stroke of good fortune, so this right-mindedness which leads to God realization is difficult to attain. What is right-mindedness then? It's a word, right-mindedness. What do you understand by this? Let me see what is the word here. Buddhayo Vyavasayinam. So what is this right-mindedness? What do you think it is? Is it selecting the right versus the wrong? Is it choosing the Shresht? Is it choosing para versus apara? Is it choosing Shreyas versus Preyas? You understand Shreyas? Good versus Preyas, bad? Is that what this buddhi is? What is this buddhi? What is this right-mindedness?
Isvara Pranavati.
Yes.
Choosing dharma versus adharma.
Yeah, but they are saying it is very difficult to practice. It doesn't come by our practice. It's a click. We live a life of extrovertedness and one day suddenly we become introverted. One day you have been practicing living your life for so many years. Suddenly you get interested in bhajan kirtan. Suddenly you get interested even in deeper contemplation of Gita or Upanishads. How did it come about? Was it your doing?
It's by grace of God.
Yes, it is by grace of God, no doubt. So that is what it is said, that it is very difficult to come by. But that does not mean I just हाथ पे हाथ रख के बैठ जाओगे. When God gives me, then I will start. No, we have to keep working towards it. Till we have a choice, make the right choice. And what is the right choice?
Sure, yes. Not practice.
No. If you are making a choice, you are a karma yogi. Then what is the choice you make?
Samatvam.
Detached. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Don't get disturbed by anything. Remain detached. So when it said, what is the method of performance? It was detachment or witnessing. And what was the attitude? Ishvara arpanamastu. See? And this we will forget. The moment we go out of the class, we will forget. After the class also we forget. That is because we are not aware. Because for us, this life is more real than what life has to offer us. That higher way of living, which the wise people, or here, Bhagwan himself is there. He's come down to the level of Arjuna and is taking him up through karma and karma and then karma sannyas and then dhyan and etc. etc. Are we able to see our life as clearly as he sees? It's a knack. See? Motherhood is a knack. Nobody can teach. So one buddhi is vyavasayatmika buddhi. Continuously wanting to do. It's a workaholic. And there's no end to that. You have to wean yourself out of that. And the only way to wean out of it is the two methods, method and attitude that we told. So, even as philosopher's stone is not easy to obtain like ordinary stones, a drop of nectar becomes available only by a stroke of good fortune. So, this right-mindedness which leads to God realization is difficult to attain. In other words, another way you can put it, that because karma is at Vaikari Madhyama Pashyanti Para level, that is also karma. When you are chanting the name of the Lord, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare, and you get exhausted, you get tired. When will that day come when, whether you like it or not, the japa continues to go on? Will it happen if you keep chanting Hare Ram? अरे बोल दिया 10 मिनट के बाद हरे कृष्णा फिर कुछ नहीं होने वाला. See? So even that ajapa jap sthiti, for that matter, or movement of sound from Vaikhari to Madhyama, that also is by his grace. It is not happening by your efforts. See, if it was happening by our efforts, if you have been chanting the mantra, by now it should have been over, everything. Then why is it not over? We chant Rudram, we chant Bhagavad Gita every morning. We do so many things. People do pujas, they go to temple. Where are we lacking then? It requires extreme alertness. Extreme alertness. Just as the river Ganga ends only in the sea, so this insight is the only knowledge that aims at nothing but God. So, whether we say, Hachi, bless you Swamiji. If I take, last few days I was sneezing 10-15 times. She didn't do it, thank God. My mom repeats bless you 10-15 times. But she doesn't mean it. तकिया कलाम है. तकिया कलाम समझते हो? It's a default setting. Many times we say thank you, dhanyavad, also out of default. We don't mean it. So here, just as the river Ganga ends only in the sea, so this insight is the only knowledge which aims at nothing but God. Meaning, every thought that is coming in your mind, every activity that is taking your body, breath, mind, and intellect, you see the hand of God behind it. In other words, any movement where your attention falls, your attention will go somewhere. Just now when I was speaking, even though I am speaking, my attention was not on the speaking, but it went on the hand. See? Now it is on the speech. Now it is on his movement of his head. So wherever your attention goes on the movement, activity is nothing but movement. That movement is because of the divine principle, not because of you. Thought is because of him, speech is because of him, activity at the body level, that is also because of him. Everything is because of him. And this buddhi yoga is where you are exclusively thinking about him and nothing else. Your attitude is everything is by his will, nothing is mine. Everything else is perverse reasoning, which is ever changing and non-discriminating person always take delight in it. You can argue, and nowadays, today in the morning we heard a lecture, Does God Exist? By Manik Prabhu's lineage. And non-believers, they will keep arguing. Those who are scientists, they will keep arguing. We are not here for argument, we are not here for discussion. Not there for that. We are here to resolve ourselves in this lifetime. That's all. I don't have to किसी के मुंह क्यों लगना है. You understand that statement? किसी के मुंह क्यों लगना है? You sort yourself out. You're sorting yourself out means who you are, who God is, what this world is, what is the relationship between the three. That is what you have to do. And that will be possible only by grace. By your intellect, you will never be able to work it out. Even if you study the scriptures, they have the answers. You can study the scriptures, yet you will be confused. Otherwise, so many Pandits are there, they know the whole scripture, they can chant the Upanishadic mantras, they can repeat the Shankar Bhashya verbatim. Then how come they are not realized? Everything else is perverse reasoning, any reason. But if I leave everything to God, then who will take care of my children? Then who will take care of my grandchildren? Then who will take care of my business? Then who will take care of washing clothes? Then who will take care of clothes? Then who will take care of cooking? When you come up with, these are only few reasons I am giving. If you come up with such reasons, then God will say, okay, you keep doing what you want to do, I will wait. But when you are asking, okay, I know I cannot get out of all these things that the list I mentioned, but all these things are, the whole creation is yours. You only have created all this. You are only putting the thought that I have to cook now. Now you make it happen. When everything, every person, every experience, every contact in our life reminds us of divinity and his hand in it, then we are in the right place. Then we are in the right place. The latter, O Arjuna, attains only heaven, earth or hell, and do not get even a glimpse of the bliss of self-realization. Those who, even though they know the Upanishads, they know the scriptures, they talk about God, they go to temples, they do all the pujas, they do the karma yoga, they do the havan, the pujas, etc. But they have never realized who God is. For such people, what is the destination? Only heaven or hell. Many years ago, I went to sell mom's flat in Delhi. And I went to the council, the Southeast Delhi Council, municipality. And I had to change the name from dad's name to mom's name. And Navratri were going on. And she says, Baba, आपके दर्शन हो गए, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, हमारे को आशीर्वाद दीजिए. He touched my feet and everything. And naturally, you can't say no. Okay, हरिओम भैया, देवी का आशीर्वाद. अच्छा, 21,000 रुपये कल ले आना, कैश. Without that, he will not change. So much devotion towards God. But corruption is not going out of the mind. We are also like that in small things. So व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि ही एकेह कुरु नंदना. व्यवसायात्मिका buddhi means that buddhi which is nishchayatvena. Nishchayatvena means that which is decided once and for all. See, you decided one day that you are going to get married. हाँ बोल दिया, हो गया. उसके बाद there was no doubt. You decided that you were going to be a doctor or an engineer or whatever, and then you worked towards it. That there was no looking back. One lady is here, her son came. He was doing what is he doing? Mechatronics or something. And last 6 months left. New Year leave like this. 31st afternoon he came, or first morning he came. She brought the son and the daughter. And the son, she's saying, Swamiji, see, he's saying he wants to stop the college and go and live in a jungle and he used to do that. In holidays, he will go into the forest and put up a tent and live there for 15 days, 1 month, he will live there during holidays. Enjoyed his own company. 6 months left for the graduation to complete. And he's saying, Mom, I want to go. I don't want to go back to college. Then I had to, she says, Swamiji, talk to him. And we had a chat. I took him for a walk. Thank God, he listened. He finished his 6 months. Today he is a father. But because they are not able to decide what is right in their life. At that time, I will do what I like. I will not do what is right. Exactly what I told him. I said, you want to go because you like to be alone. But that mother who bore you, gave birth to you for 22 years, she has been taking care of you, thinking that you will become a self-dependent man. I am self-dependent. I said, yeah, you may be. But she has some expectation after putting 2 decades of efforts behind you. And for 6 months you want to break her dreams. See? उनको कोई बोलने वाला, there is nobody to tell them that. And ekeha kuru nandana. such a buddhi, such a the attitude of the how should I say, the attitude of conviction that I am going to choose God and nothing but God. I am going to do this, nothing but this. And therefore, we must never live in gray area in our mind. I don't know, get out from here. You should know what you are doing or what you are not doing. Or if you don't know that, yeah, whatever the Lord presents, I am available for that. So Ekha means single pointedly. There is no other option available for us, for our intellect. We must always, we are a product of our convictions. If there are no decisions and no convictions in our life, we are good for nothing then. We'll destroy ourselves. We'll go into drugs, this, that, depression. We are human beings. And as human beings with the intellect, intellect is there for some purpose. And that purpose is Vyavasatmika Buddhi, make decisions. If you don't make decisions, you don't know. If you make decisions, you will know what is right and what is wrong. If it is wrong, then you will correct your decision. Even if it is 10 times, you will keep correcting it. But if you say, I'm not going to give it a go because I'm afraid of making decision, then big problem, no? This is what is happening today with all the kids. They don't want to get married for no decision making capacity. So we must have firm conviction. And where should we have firm conviction? First, firm conviction in the Lord. Second, firm conviction in the scriptures. Third, firm conviction in the Guru Maharaj. And fourth, firm conviction in our own ability. Have no doubt about this, that I know I have it in me. Otherwise, for so long, how can I be thinking of God? Have we ever thought for so many years we are thinking of God? Till now, we haven't had the darshan of Him or have not realized Him. Where are we falling short? Where are we falling short? It is in the decision making that we are falling short. एक बार तोड़ दो. तोड़ दो मतलब क्या? Like this Texas oil or our Thomas Edison. He tried 800, 900 experiments how to convert electricity to light. All others were exhausted. All his employees were exhausted. All his fellow scientists were exhausted. That yaar 50, 100, theek hai. 800, 900 times he has done the experiment and all his funds are gone. His everything, all money, wife is gone, children are gone. Meaning they left him because he is using all the money for his experiments. And then one day, one person out of frustration asked, how many more you are going to try? Isn't it enough? 800 times you have failed. Why don't you accept failure? And that Thomas Edison said, I have learned 800, 900 ways of how not to convert electricity to light. Next one will be the one. That's Vyavasatmika Buddhi. And he did. Whole world changed after that. See? So do we have this conviction that in this lifetime I am going to realize the Lord, realize the self? That firm conviction by which nobody can shake us away from it? That you, each one of us, here, through Arjuna, Krishna is telling us, peep into yourself. Ask yourself this question. Because nobody else can make this decision for you. And once this conviction is there in our life, then all the dvandvas, all the opposites in life, what are they? Hunger, thirst, heat, cold, and likes, dislikes, joys, sorrows, honor, dishonor, everything, everything is taken care of because you are committed to something higher. And once you are committed to something higher, then all these lower at the body level, breath level, mind level, all these just fall by the wayside. They are not available. They are there. Hunger will be there, but you are not available to the hunger. Why? You are focused. This is the moment I have to put my 100% into it. I'm chanting the mantra, I have to be 100% with it. Hunger or no hunger. Heat or no heat. Mosquito or no mosquito. Does not matter. And many times in life you do behave that way. You do. You have all practiced that. But it has to happen towards the Lord. And once again, the firm conviction. We have to make that firm conviction, and this ability to make the firm conviction will come about when we engage with scriptures. What I have just now told you is from the scriptures, is from Jnaneshwari Maharaj, is from Shankaracharya Maharaj. See, is from the words of of the Lord Himself. Did we know the word Vyavasayatmika Buddhi before? No. Did we know the meaning behind it? Did we know what it stands for? Did we know the connotation that it is carrying with it? This is where the scriptures come and clarify everything. And in this way, this is the path of the good path of the Shreyas, not the Preyas. If we don't follow this, if we don't follow the path of the decision, then our mind will get attracted to something or the other, and we will fall prey to it, and then get confused, then get attracted, then get attached, then get desirous, and it goes on. There's no end to it. There's no end to it. And then, as a result, the sansar, initially you were by yourself, now suddenly this whole big samsara as you have created because of your attachments, because of your likes and dislikes. But when we practice discrimination, but when we practice correct decision based on discrimination, then that leads to the dissolution of sansar from our mind. Sansar is not out there. Sansar is in your mind. That world out there it does not give you any problem. The problem is you look at this man and say he's my husband. You look at that man, you say he's not my husband. This creates a problem in my mind. So world is not a problem. Our interaction with the world is problem. Why not convert everything into divine? That's a smarter way. And thus, Continuing. So here he says, those who do not have any firm conviction about means, goals, etc., what happens to them or how do they behave? Yamimam pushpitam vacham
यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं
pravadantya vipaschitaha
प्रवदन्त्य विपश्चितः
vedavadarataः partha
वेदवादरताः पार्थ
नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः
नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः
Yamimam pushpitam vacham. Then he has taken other 3 verses also. Kamatmana swargapara Kamatmana swargapara Janma karma falapradam Kriya vishesha bahula
क्रिया
विशेष बहुला भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तया पहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते टुगेदर यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्य विपश्चितः वेदवादरताः पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः कामात्मानः स्वर्गपरा जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां क्रिया विशेष बहुलां भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तया पहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते. So here he says, abounding in variety of rights, resulting in action, fruition and rebirth as the means to enjoyments and power, being full of desire and intent on heaven. So, here the Bhashya says, the Bhashya meaning ओवी वेदाधारे बोलती केवल कर्म प्रतिष्ठिति परी कर्म फली आसक्ति धरुनिया मनती संसारी जन्मिजे यज्ञादिक कर्म कीजे मग स्वर्ग सुख भोगिजे मनोहर. So one more line I think. Correct na? ये हे वाचुनी काही आणिक सर्वथा सुखची नाही ऐसे अर्जुना बोलती पाही दुर्बुद्धि ते. So here he says that overcome by desire, who are these people? Who are the contrary, those who are not able to make proper decisions through discrimination, such people. Then what happens to them? Overcome by desires, they perform work in order to indulge in sensuous enjoyments. They undertake many rites strictly according to religious precepts and perform their religious duty with great dexterity. But they are doing it correctly, but their attention is towards the world. It is not. And what will be the result of that? They will tell again in the next in the second verse. Second verse said, कामात्मान स्वर्ग परा जन्म कर्म फल प्रदाम क्रिया विशेष बहुलाम भोग ऐश्वर्य गतिम प्रति. So by doing this type of karma, because they are attention is outwards, not towards the Lord. They're doing it in the name of the Lord. Huh? They're doing it in the name of the Lord. Then their desires can only lead, even though they are good desires. I am doing havan, I am doing puja, I am doing service to the society. I am a priest in the temple. Every day I do Ashtottara 100 times. I know it by heart. Then why have you not realized God yet? The maximum they can get is, here it says Swarga Par. Maximum they can go is to Swarga. Continuing. देखै कामना अभिभूत होऊनी कर्मे आचरत ते केवळ भोगी चित्त देहुनिया क्रिया विशेषे बहुते न लोपिती विधिते निपुण होऊन धर्मांते अनुष्ठिती परी एकची कुडे करीती जे स्वर्ग कामू मनी धरिती यज्ञ पुरुषा चुकती भोगता जो जैसा कर्पूराचा राशी कीजे मग अग्नी लावून दीजे का भिष्टानी संचर विजे काळकूट दैवे अमृत कुंभ जोडला तो पाये हाणोनी उलंडिला तैसा नासीति धर्मो निपजला हे तुकपणे. He says that in the 44th verse, as for those who cling to sensuous enjoyments and power with their wits, get carried away by their flowery speech, their single-pointed mind does not remain fixed in contemplation. And this is majority, lot of people. Today they want this bhajan, tomorrow want that bhajan. They got that box going on, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, but from their mouth never Om Namah Shivaya comes out. Huh? Or such people, some people, Swamiji, I have decided I am going to chant Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. He has caught me from inside. And tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or in 2-3 days time, they listen to some person and then they start chanting Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. क्या हो गया भाई? 3 दिन पहले तो you were so convinced. Another 5 days passed. Radhe 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 Radhe. What happened? Why this sudden change? You were not convinced with your own God who had caught you first, so that was all a fake. This is how our mind keeps. It's a monkey mind. It will keep jumping because every time if you stick to one, it will lead to the mind's annihilation. And mind's annihilation means the ego dissolves. Mind does not like repetition, it loves variety. That is the rule. And it is sabotaging you now. Taking you away to different mantras, you keep surfing just like you keep surfing the TV. Nowadays, now new fashion. Surf new masters on the YouTube. Keep listening. See? But it is detrimental. Hold on. Once you have made you are convinced that I am going to hold on to one name, any one name has the potency to take you beyond, but you keep sabotaging it by taking some other name. Then that momentum which was built, just like I was going to give that example, the guy who bought the entire Texas state, some person, I can't remember who. He came to know there is oil. And he started digging. And he dug first place, 100 meter, 200 meter, no oil. He spent all his fortune digging all over the state of Texas, hundreds of bores, wells, but no oil. And then when he became bankrupt, he wanted some money, he sold the entire land to another company, and whoever bought, I can't remember who it was, and he said, find the deepest hole, bore, and go deep into it. And he became the richest man. Same thing is with us. That which has caught your imagination, that which has caught your heart in the beginning, hold on to it. Go deep into it, dive deep into it. Why you want to keep window shopping for mantras also, or gods, or gurus? There's no end to it. The more you look, the more will come to you. The more you look, the more will come to you. You hold on to your mantra. It has the capacity to take you beyond, if you are available. And what is the availability? Chant with detachment, but chant with samarpan. As for those who cling to sensuous enjoyments and power, with their wits carried away by flowery speech, their single-pointed mind does not remain fixed in contemplation. Oh, how nicely Jnaneshwari Maharaj has explained. Next time we listen to someone else. Oh, how nice! I didn't know it was written there like this. I think this fellow is better than Jnaneshwari Maharaj. Then Shankaracharya, oh my God, he went so deep with every word he is going. Oh my, I am enjoying. This also becomes another addiction. It has got nothing to do with self-realization. But oh Arjuna, you go to, where do you get maximum crowds in the society? Where there is Srimad Bhagavad going on, Ramayana going on, lot of bhajan kirtan in between, and people are dancing in the front. Little bit story, few bhajans, then one drama, then again one story, little bit of knowledge, then again one drama, then again some dance. And it goes on for 3-4 hours. For Vedanta, 50-20 people, that's all. That too in their beds, not physically. Even as, but oh Arjuna, they do a wrong thing in that they long for heaven and forget God, who is the enjoyed of sacrifices. When we perform havan, when we do japa, when we do anushtan, when we do Gayatri japa, what do we want? What do we want? Do we want one person to be realized? People say, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, and we want to, some people say, I want to realize Shirdi Sai Baba. Another says, I want to realize Satya Sai Baba. Om Shri Durga Ji Namah, some photograph of Durga Ji, I want to realize Durga. Do you know how she looks? It's your imagination, it's someone's imagination of that Durga. You know how she looks? You know who that Narayana is in actuality? Outwardly, we can never realize God. Outwardly, extrovertedly, we can never realize God. Only when we become introvert, only when we invoke, we have the right attitude towards the mantra, only when we are subjective, then the Lord reveals the way He chooses to, not the way you want to. But if you are too insistent, He will reveal to you the way you want to. But then He'll go away because you chose. When He comes by His will, by his wish, in the manner he wants, then it remains permanent. But when you want it, I want that darshan, I want like this, I want, then gaya काम से. दर्शन हो गया, उसके बाद फिर ठन ठन गोपाल. सोचो, जरा सोचो, थोड़ा सा ध्यान लगा. Think through these things. Even as one collects camphor and sets fire to it, or one cooks sweet dishes and mixes poison in them, or one kicks a jar full of nectar found by a stroke of luck, in the same way they lose their merit through the motive of gain. What will I get? For so many years I have been doing sadhana, I am not getting any signs of realization. What is this? I am not getting any signs. Our attention is on the result. That what am I? I have done so many years of sadhana and I have not got anything in return. Is this a business? And because this mantra did not give me anything in return, दूसरा लेंगे. This is not a journey to get something in return. This is a journey to dissolve yourself completely. Not to get any, don't look for any results. Don't look for any signs. Don't look for it. If you look for it, sabotage. You are committing sabotage to your own journey. That's why you see, in Bangalore there is one Swami, he was a Swami. At age of 50, 60 he got married and gave up sannyas. There are people like that. Some desire somewhere. I don't know the reason why he got married. Nobody to judge. But in the eyes of the society, it is not the right thing. They will only say, oh, he gave in to his vasanas. Tell me, after making this great effort, why do they run after worldly pleasures? But what can one do? They are ignorant in this matter. Then he says in the last two verses, Ovis, साया से पुण्य अर्जिजे मग संसारों का अपेक्षिजे परिणेणति ते काय कीजे अप्राप्य देखे. जैसी राघवणी जैसी रांधवणी रससोयनिकी करुणिया मोलेविकी तैसा भोगासाठी अविवेकी धाडिती धर्मू म्हणवनी हे पाथा दुर्बुद्धी देख सर्वथा तथा वेदवादरता मनी वसे. He says, but what after making this great effort, why do they run after worldly pleasures? But what can one do? They are ignorant in this matter. Just as a housewife were to cook good dishes and sell them, similarly, thoughtless persons lose their merit for the sake of worldly pleasures. Hence, O Arjuna, bear in mind that those who take delight in the letters of the Vedas have a perverse mentality. Those who are addicted to scriptures also have a perverse mentality. Those who are aghad pandits. In the end, why are we studying scriptures? Why are we studying Bhagavad Gita? Why are we studying Upanishads? To indulge. To see how beautifully Jnaneshwari Maharaj has written. To see how deep contemplation, analysis Shankaracharya ji has done. Or are we here in front of engaging with scriptures so that our attention becomes clear and we shift our attention even while listening to the truth that we are. But instead, this becomes a big pastime. So Jnaneshwari Maharaj is saying that Manoni he partha durbuddhi deka sarvadha taya vedavadarata mani vase. So don't indulge in if one word Tattvamasi, who was that? Nisarga Datta Maharaj. Only one satsang in his entire life he attended. Only one satsang. And in that he heard Tattvamasi. And he went and asked the teacher. He said, how do I come to know? You are saying Tattvamasi, but what will be the answer? He says, answer will be Aham Brahmasmi. He went, locked himself up. After 3 years, came out a realized master. Have you got that commitment? You have all the clarity. You are listening to the scriptures. Maybe if someone comes and asks you a question, you will give him a big lecture about you do this sadhana, you do that sadhana. Are you doing it? Why not? Why not give yourself 3 months, 6 months, 1 year of your entire life? Is it a big ask? And in this way, we have come up till verse number 44. So 45th verse we'll look at in our next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.